Hello, today we're going to work on Whitelock second grade worksheet and it's lesson 20. So we're going to first distinguish between lengths of time. So we have to first ask ourselves which unit of time makes sense. So we need to remember how we did all the worksheets before. So we have to know the units, right? Okay, so here's an example here. So it says about how long will it take to eat lunch. So it says about 15 minutes or about 15 hours. So which one would it be? Of course, it would be around 15 minutes, not 15 hours, because 15 minutes should be more reasonable answer than 15 hours since it does not take more than half a day to eat our lunch. So for one day, for a day there's 24 hours, right? So 15 hours is more than half a day, which means we wouldn't eat our lunch for 15 hours straight, right? So 15 minutes would make sense. Okay, then let's move on to number 1. So we have to circle the reasonable estimate, and number 1 says, about how long does it take to play a soccer game? So it says 1 month or 1 hour. So how long does it take? So if you look at this, 1 hour would be more reasonable because you can't play soccer for 1 month straight without having a break, right? It's about 1 or 2 hours for each game. So when you watch a game, it wouldn't be 1 month because 1 month is even greater than 1 week. So it should be 1 hour because 1 hour is much reasonable, right? Okay, let's look at number 2. So about how long does it take a trip? So it says 5 minutes or 5 days. Okay, to take a trip, we would need a few days to get there and then have some rest and then come back, right? So it would be much more than 5 minutes. 5 minutes is like would be too small to take a trip, so it should be 5 days. Let's move on to the next page. So this one, this worksheet is pretty easy, but we have to know the concept of the time, so we have to go over this. So let's look at number 4. So it says, about how long does it take to complete second grade? So it says 10 months or 10 days. So let's see. So to complete each grade, we need at least 1 year, and then between those times we have a break, right? And in a year there's 12 months, and between those times we have like few weeks of break, such as like winter break. So it can change to 10 months of school. However, 10 days is too small to complete a grade, right? So it should be 10 months. So let's look at number 6 then. It says, about how long does it take to walk the dog? It says 10 minutes or 10 hours. So you wouldn't be really able to walk for 10 hours, right? Because that's almost a half a day too. So it would be hard for you to walk a dog for half a day. So 10 minutes would be more reasonable. Lastly, let's look at number 8 then. It says, about how long does it take to watch a game? This is similar to the soccer game one, the previous problem. So 2 weeks or 2 hours. So you wouldn't be able to watch a game for 2 weeks straight, right? 2 hours would be more reasonable. Okay, then let's move on to this time. It's similar thing, but it's just changed. So it's going to give us the time, and now we have to estimate the activity that will match. So let's look at the example. So it says, now estimate and circle the activity that can be done during the time given. So example says 1 minute. So we can either eat 3 apples or drive from New York to California. So driving from New York to California would take a long time since it's very far away. So, but we only have 1 minute, so this wouldn't be available. Eating 3 grapes would be much more reasonable. Okay. Let's look at number 2. We have 24 hours, and what would we be able to do? Build a house or build a bookcase. So we have 24 hours. Then we wouldn't be able to build a house, right? We wouldn't be able to finish it because it takes a long time to finish building a house. But building a bookcase, it can be done during 24 hours. So building a bookcase would be more reasonable. And then now let's look at number 5 then. So we have 3 minutes. 3 minutes is given, and then we can either wash the car or drink a glass of milk. So washing a car, it would take at least a few hours, maybe like 2 hours, because we have to clean outside, and then maybe we might be able to clean inside too. So unless you do it like really quickly, it would take at least an hour, right? But drinking a glass of milk, you can finish that in 3 minutes, so drinking a glass of milk would be more reasonable. Let's look at the next page. So we have word problems, and it says Jacob needs to walk to his school this morning. He wants to estimate how long it would take him to get to school. So would it take around 10 minutes or 10 hours? So he has to walk to his school, so would it be 10 minutes or 10 hours? So 10 hours is almost half a day again, like what I said before. So walking to school, 10 minutes would be much more reasonable, right? So 10 minutes should be the answer for number 1. So it's pretty much similar questions to the previous ones. So it should be okay for you if you know how the time units work. Okay, you can try the other problems too. Okay, thank you.